three boys, we used to shower together.
बहुत मारा.
बहुत मारा.
Oh बाप रे.
More than 45 to 50 times.
That you should love the food and not the place.
तो Maggie अभी चाचा बन गया है.
Are you dating someone right now?
That's what she said. They were brother and sister.
Oh,
Not anymore. Salute to them. Thank God. Okay, cut this.
Welcome to another episode of Aar Ya Paar. Today we have a guest. You would have seen them on Shark Tank. They're DIY recipe kits, right from sushi to ramen to lasagna. Welcome, Rounit, founder of Chefling. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you here. It's been quite some time that you've finished your airing of Shark Tank episode, and how has your life been since then?
Right. Oh, so honestly, the day after our show aired, it's been super duper chaotic, to be honest, because you receive so many calls, you receive so much of love from all over the world, not just India, but actually all over the world, because your show is also on YouTube.
Correct.
So people watch it everywhere. So people want to reach you out, they want to talk to you, they want to congratulate you, and then you get so many opportunities from, again, all across the world. People want it, people want our products in their country, trying to work out some opportunity if possible. And I think things have been pretty much
Quite overwhelming. Sudden change in life.
Exactly, that would be the correct word. People actually start looking up to you.
Yeah.
Oh, how did you build this? And they actually value what you have created. So it's a good validation point, which you get as a founder. And I think it's a really amazing, like you said, overwhelming feeling.
It feels good, right?
Yeah.
Because you've built that on your own,
Right.
and to see it grow and reach a point where it is now being looked at as a brand, which everyone, not just India, as you said, people outside India are also looking up to it.
Right.
It feels really good to see that, right?
Right. Absolutely, because like getting 15 minutes on a national TV is I'm not sure how much is the value of it, but it actually means a lot. So yeah.
So were you a foodie that you started this, or how did that happen? Like, do you have great love for food that you started,
Okay.
or you chose these? But
Right.
started with sushi, right?
Yes, we started with sushi. So definitely I was a big time foodie, before Chefling, and right now, like food always used to bring in that joy in me. Because suppose I try something in XYZ restaurant, and if I like it, so I try to get deep into the flavors. What exactly am I feeling in my mouth? Like is it spicy, is it salty, is it mixed? So like ek wo inquisitiveness hoti hai na, so that was always there. Even though I don't know how to cook, like the funny thing about like finding an opportunity is you see an opportunity which you don't know how to do. Like for example, I never knew how to cook, so that's why Chefling happened, because it is a product from which I can actually make food. So we've simplified it in a way. So that's how the journey started. And like you said, we started with a sushi kit, and then we expanded our product range based on what exactly a person would enjoy having at home and not ordering it through Swiggy, Zomato.
Plus also the experience of cooking it.
Exactly.
Because it's not ready to eat, but ready to cook. Right?
Exactly. So it's hardcore experiential.
Correct.
So most of the times we know that maybe, there's a person who places an order. Maybe he won't probably order the next time because it's an experience. Yeah, exactly. He would definitely order something else the next time, but definitely not that same product. So that's like I would say a downside to DIY.
Correct.
But again, it's experience that we sell, and with experience, yummy food.
So now that you see so many restaurants which serve Japanese or Korean food outside as well, which have come up in Bombay, do you think a person would prefer going out eating at a restaurant, or the experience of making it on your own?
Right. So, to be honest, we need restaurants to flourish, our business. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because only when people try these food at restaurants and when they like it, and that's when there's this curiosity to make this food at home.
You would also come to know about that product.
Exactly.
like, yeah.
First is the awareness, and
Correct.
second is, okay, how do I make this at home? So obviously they won't have all these ingredients, and sourcing all these ingredients individually will cost a bomb. So that's where we come in. We rationalize everything in the food kit, and we just give it to them so that they can try making this at home, and with the most premium ingredients. So definitely, so it is, in case if you go wrong, it's fine because your food will taste great. Like
with the ingredients that you're
exactly.
providing. Yeah.
So that's the hammering point, I would say. But yeah, restaurants, I want people I want everyone to go to restaurants, try these food, like Japanese restaurants or Korean restaurants, and try these foods, and then get to know about Chefling, because in this process, I don't have to spend money for user awareness, right? I can directly spend my money on marketing, reaching more people, advertising, than user awareness. So definitely restaurants is our competition, and restaurants are the places that help that is actually helping our business. So
actually helping you create that awareness for the product, which was not known to many people. Like sushi was something which was growing now.
Right.
Now there's Korean food also, which is a hit. And I see that you've also launched a product in the Korean ramen DIY kits. So that now that you say that there are so many restaurants which create awareness for your customers, are there any restaurants in Bombay which you prefer going to have these authentic food?
Absolutely. So if I talk about Asian, so Pho is my go-to place.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I know the whole menu. So I love Pho. I mean, they're doing a wonderful job when it comes to recipes.
Yeah, they're opening up so many outlets now, which is really
because
good.
It's successful.
Yeah, correct.
So Pho is one place which I love. And other than that, so I definitely okay, I don't know if I should say this.
Please go on.
So have you heard about Sammy Sosa?
I have.
Yeah. So Sammy Sosa used to be one of the best Mexican cuisine place, but I don't know what's up with them now. The food is absolutely average. But once upon a time, I think Sammy
really good.
Yeah, it was amazing. So yeah, other than that, I'm hardcore into proper Indian regional food. So for example, I go to these. So there's this one place in Goregaon. It's called Satkar. Yeah. Thanks. So it's hardcore Maharashtrian food. So I love it.
A small place serving such good fish.
Exactly. Authentic
really
Malwani food. So I love such places. I love exploring, these regional places, small restaurants, but amazing food. I don't mind, how the ambience is, all my focus is the plate.
Same. This is what when I speak about food, that is what I always feel. That you should love the food and not the place.
Exactly.
The experience would be good, but if you do not like the taste of the food that is going into your mouth, how are you even saying that the place is good?
It's all not worth it then, right?
So as you said, Satkar is something which, so my dad and I, he introduced me to Satkar. So I stay in Malad, which is, it's really 10 minutes away for us. So he introduced me to Satkar, and he took me first there because he said, "Yahan ka khana khayenge, which is really good." And they serve really amazing fish thalis.
Yeah.
And I went there. First of all, I was thinking, where is this place? It's bustled on the first floor of a really small building. And you would not think that there's a proper restaurant. We went in, we see that we had to wait for 2-3 tables to get empty so that we get a place to sit. And when I ate it for the first time, I realized, there's a reason why there was so much crowd here.
Exactly.
So when you go, do you like to try new food, or are you comfortable with the food which you love? You know that at a particular restaurant, this is the dish which is my go-to dish. This is something that I love to eat. So would you order that, or are you the person who would want to try new things?
Okay. So I'll tell you a story on this.
Yeah.
So me versus my dad. Okay, so my dad, he can eat one same dish every day.
Okay.
Versus me, I cannot. So
Okay.
coming to your question, whenever I go to a restaurant and so definitely there's this one dish which I'm gonna order, which I always order, which I actually love. But uske saath saath I'm also gonna
Something new.
explore other dishes because like that's where the fun is.
Yeah.
Like you never know what you discover and what if you like it. So, but yeah, I always make sure I go with 3-4 friends. You can
You get to try.
yeah, and you can look at me, appetite.
What is that one comfort food for you? Something that you can eat anytime I would give you. You are not going to say no to that.
I think it would be masala pav.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but proper spicy masala pav.
You want that proper, authentic, which gives you that spice as well. Otherwise, you feel really bad that what did I just
Exactly.
do? Any particular place which you love, which will be from?
So there's this place in Kandivli. Kandivli, actually Thakur village.
Okay.
And the name is some Kolhapuri masala. Yeah, something around Kolhapur. Like I think you can find it on Zomato. Oh boy, what a masala! Like
I have not tried this.
Yeah. And also, they give you this chas in packets, like for ₹10. So you can just bite it off and drink it after your spicy meal.
Oh, that's
so
a perfect end to that spicy meal which you just had.
Yeah. So this one place which I really like, it's mostly our Sundays that we order in from.
Nice. So for you, for your portfolio of products which you have, which is your favorite food out of that, if I ask you?
For me, it is definitely ramen and kwetiao naam.
Okay.
So kwetiao naam is again ramen. Obviously, Korean ramen. All of us know what it is because of the trend.
Yeah.
But kwetiao naam is ramen, but it's a Thai style ramen. So it's spicy, it's tangy, and it's sweet. So it gives you a proper balance of all the flavors. Which you want. So it starts spicy, then it goes a little sour, and then your final taste would be sweet. So I love recipes which which creates this bomb of flavors in your mouth, right? Like you can experience it all in process. So
was it something that you tried at some restaurant and then, or how do you come up with new?
Okay, so I have a friend Naren, and he's a big time foodie. Okay. With other than being a foodie, he's a cook himself. Like he's a chef. And so one day he just called me and he was like, I've made kwetiao naam. And you're like, okay, what is that?
I've also heard it for the first time, but I'm sure I'm going to try this.
Yeah. So, I go to his house and then, he made this bowl of, again, it was soup, it was noodles, flat rice noodles, and a lot of sauces. And there were these soybean chunks, mini. So I was like, oh, interesting. And, he just made it in front of us. The whole assembly, like when that happens, there's this, again, you want to eat it more.
Yeah, correct.
So, because, I saw it assembled and I saw it, I saw him making it. So, I wanted to try it more. And, when I tried it, I was like, oh, bro, you need to give me the recipe. I'm going to make a kit out of it. So, that's how...
That's how most of your recipes have been?
No, not most of the recipes.
Like ramen sushi, I understand that people have also eaten, you would have eaten at different restaurants. But the ones, like you said, said, is something new, which everyone would not know.
Exactly. So basically it's a Thai ramen. So it's amazing. And I think people should definitely try it.
I'm sure I'm also going to try it.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
So do you like to travel and travel not just in India, outside India, within India, and experience new foods?
Right.
Do you love doing that?
Definitely. Who doesn't, right? So yeah, wherever I go to. So I think the last time it's been 3-4 months I was in Hong Kong.
Okay.
And so we went to this nice restaurant. Again, it was Asian. But the thing is, what we get in India versus what we get in Hong Kong. Maybe the same recipe, okay? Like a simple avocado sushi, California roll is what we
Okay.
call it. So what we get in India is more thoda, little more, I mean, it has more taste versus, what you get in Hong Kong.
Okay.
Because, so, in a Cali roll, like, we, like, basically food, they'll put one type of mayo, which has a lot of punch in it.
Flavor, which gives you
Yeah.
that extra flavor. Which
Exactly. And, in Hong Kong, maybe, they use something basic.
Hmm.
Because they're not used to that kind of punch, right? So definitely, like, again, I was in China ka Szechuan versus apna Szechuan.
It's
So
totally
it's
different.
something, it's left and
You're
right.
used to eating the Indian Chinese or the Desi Chinese. I'm sure you're not going to
Yeah,
like it.
exactly.
I find it very bland. I guess.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I travel. In fact, forget me. In fact, any of my friends travel, I tell them ki wherever you eat, if you like something, get me a picture of the dish and the menu card. So, like, right, I cannot be everywhere, right? So
Correct,
at least
correct.
my friends can. So, and so the good thing about, places out of India is, they write the whole recipe below the,
Correct.
below the dish. So it's easy to, like, definitely not replicate, but it's easy to come around it. And of course, thanks to internet.
Internet, you have everything now.
Yeah.
You know which recipe, how you can make a recipe. You would have 20 other variations of making a single recipe.
Exactly.
So nice. So let's try to understand more of how you've grown up, how
Right.
your childhood has been. So you've been born and brought up in Bombay itself.
Yes.
Since childhood, you've been here.
Yes. So I'll tell you the long story.
Yeah.
So my great grandfather was from Peshawar, Pakistan.
Okay.
And during the 47 partition, he came to Bombay. So definitely Bombay is my Gao.
Same for me as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's
I'm a
amazing.
Sindhi, so my
Oh,
ancestors have shifted during this partition. Have come into India,
right.
so that is how I'm also here.
Yeah.
Born and brought up here. Since
Exactly. Yeah.
childhood.
I'm like, so yeah. So I've been born and brought up in India, and my father was into textiles manufacturing. He started his own thing, somewhere in 1990 or 92, somewhere between 90 or 92. And he had a crazy ass business. I mean, textiles manufacturing, public limited company. And in 2019, it got bankrupt because of debt, I would say.
Okay.
So there was a lot of debt on the company, and we tried to, work it out, but it didn't. So NPA was the only
solution.
only solution. And me, so I, like, that's what my mother tells me, that I've been brought up in a golden spoon family. मेरे को तो कभी नहीं लगा. But no, that's what she said. And I was chota tabhi, so. But yeah, eventually, when I grew up, I felt that, like, we had the best cars, I would say. And nice house. But everything came to an end after one certain point. And for me, I always knew in my head, okay, I have to run my father's company. So I was very, very chill, when it came to education. So I was always the backbencher. I did my 11th and 12th from Mumbai.
Oh,
yeah. And then, I joined, I did my BBA. So I was always a backbencher because, I knew, okay, I am sorted in my life. Because I didn't know what's going to happen, right? Maybe if I, if given a chance to start again, I would probably, study harder and probably focus into some specialty. Like, for example, maybe I would try becoming a CA or try doing law. Like, being an expert in something.
I have done CA.
Oh, how is it?
See, the struggle to clear that exam first is a huge struggle. Once you clear, now that you've cleared, you know that it's not that there are only a few CS. People say that there are just a few CS in the market, but the market is not that easy.
Right.
There are a lot of people who are there where you are also fighting for a position to reach or to make a name for yourself. So,
Right.
it's, of course, it helps you that you have a degree plus you know that you are never going to be jobless.
Right.
There's always going to be a job for you.
Yeah.
But the market outside is not that easy, I would
Easy,
say.
of course.
You have to build a name for yourself, plus your work speaks eventually. So if you're good at your work, you are going to make a name for
Exactly.
yourself.
So for me personally, education is something, which absolutely opens your mind. It opens your brain, you can get into, like your problem solving becomes so, amazing. I mean, I have a few friends, who've, given their heart left and out when it comes to studies. Like, though they aren't street smart, like as they should be, but you throw a problem at them and the way they solve it, like, they'll give you, like, they won't solve it. Obviously, no one will solve your problems, but the conclusions, they come to, like, it's something which you might not have thought. So, so again, coming back to the point, so 2019, the company goes bankrupt, and I'm like, okay, what do I do? So again, so I started looking for jobs because everyone suggested, okay, like things are bad, so maybe you should start your job life at least, so that maybe 10 years, 11 years, 12 years later, at least you'll have a nice package. So I was like, cool. And so I started looking and I got nothing. So 6-7 महीने में I think चले गए, and then March 2020, boom, lockdown. So lockdown में अब I was home. I mean, so was everyone, and again there was nothing to do, and so तभी I came across this problem. So it was a friend who wanted to make sushi at home. So there was this place called Food Hall in Bandra. So this person goes there and buys ingredients worth 7,000-8,000 just to make sushi at home.
Okay.
So that's where I realized that, if a person wants to make global cuisine at home, they have to spend a bomb.
Correct.
So that's, like I told you earlier, that's where the whole journey started. Okay, why not rationalize it and stuff like that. So that's how Chefling started. So yeah, it was right during the lockdown.
So lockdown, it was exactly where everyone had enough time to think or retrospect that what can I do now for my future. Like for me also, I remember during lockdown, suddenly our offices were shut. Right. We were not asked to come to offices, and we were quite free, not having that much work because all offices were shut. And that was a time when like you could try things which you could never have done before. Like I'm not the one who works out enough. So that is when I started working out a little. A few things which I could not give time to before, or random hobbies which I could start. Like I picked up a ukulele. I did only during the lockdown. I did not learn it afterwards, but I picked it up during that lockdown phase and tried something new, which I knew that I would never try it otherwise. So lockdown was the time for me also where I was trying to explore a few things which I could do. Although I did not start a startup, but that was something for me that I could try new things then. Right. You built a company and it is something that everyone knows now. And I'm sure after your airing of the episode, as you said, that it has just been busy days for you. Yeah. And I'm hoping it would be more busy days for you as you bring out new products also. I'm sure you would have a lot of things coming onto your mind now that you try different foods or you meet new people. You would be coming up with foods that you might have not tried earlier, but now that you try, these are so good. Exactly. Like this should reach everyone's house and they can try it too. Yeah. So you were in Mithai College.
Yes.
Tell me something about your college life, something happening. What have you done during your college life? How different was it for you?
Okay.
And some fun moments, let's say.
Okay. So I'll choose the honesty path.
Okay.
So I joined Mithai obviously not through my merit, but under table. And of course, so Tabi, I think my father was doing really amazing in his business. So of course, like I used to go in a chauffeur-driven, expensive car. So obviously, I had a lot of friends in Mithai.
Okay.
and I met a lot of girls too. So, but so I used to play. I still play guitar. So I
Oh,
was in the
nice.
college band. So it was like hardcore death metal.
Hmm.
So it was +1 for the girls. Kidding. So yeah, I did have a lot of friends, and you know, most of our times was outside the class and not inside.
I'm just coming to, did you have your attendance the minimum required or no?
नहीं तभी मतलब I was like really cool.
So, कोई issue नहीं था attendance
नहीं
का?
nothing, it was
अभी it's so
अभी
strict यार.
अभी तो
I was in HR, so
Okay.
attendance for me was also a same thing. Like,
yeah
and there they had this thing that if you are doing CA, they used to not bother much.
yeah
Then you would have your classes in the morning, so you can't come to college, and they did not bother much about attendance. Of course, they would have days where suddenly they would be like, let's call your parents and see,
Yeah.
tell them that you've not been attending college, but your parents also knew that you were not going to college
Exactly.
and doing something else in
तभी तो-
class or with your friends.
तभी तो पेरेंट्स ट्यूशन लगवाते थे कि कॉलेज के बाद 5:30 to 6:30 accounts.
Hmm.
So yeah, it was something like that for me. So
Oh.
I did my BBA from Amity, which was in Malad, so very close to my house.
Hmm.
And वहाँ पे I met a lot of friends,
Hmm.
who I'm still very tight with.
Hmm.
And Amity was fun, like good college. I did my BBA, and soon after that, I think I joined my dad's business. So that was the college life for me.
So as you said that you play the guitar, you still do?
Oh yeah, I do.
You love. Which are your favorite artists? If I had to just ask you.
So I was more into metal
Okay.
pehle, like when I started.
Hmm.
So it was Lamb of God, Metallica, like
Okay.
hardcore death. उसके बाद a big shift came.
कैसे?
अपने आप. It was just that I started liking acoustic guitar more.
That's
and
a real big change. Eh?
yeah,
Okay.
I'll tell you, you'll laugh.
Okay.
So I'm also a singer, by the way. I sing a lot of songs and stuff
He'll
like
end
that.
it with a song.
So I started singing sad songs.
Okay.
And I used to sing sad songs really well.
Breakup?
No. It was
Suddenly,
just,
sudden
yeah.
change कैसे?
So I'll tell you this thing about music which I learned बहुत पहले is कि if you wanna penetrate into a person's soul, so there's only sad songs you can sing, and that's how they connect to you.
Okay.
So if we talk about Arjit in general, so the way he sings sad songs, that's why people can connect to him, pretty much. So it's like there is a way of singing sad songs which I knew. Like I don't know how. So people really liked it, so I completely shifted to acoustic and sad songs.
Okay.
So name a sad song and I can sing it.
We'll do it at the end.
Oh
For
no.
sure, I'll pick one. So for now also, then when you would be meeting, your friends would be meeting, they would always be asking you to sing a song then? Or play the guitar, something like
definitely. Like if it's a house party, like it's given that you have to come with your guitar or no drinks for you.
that. BYOG.
Yeah.
Nice. So for you, how important are these friendships the friends which you would have made during college in Mithibai or Amity, as you said? How close are these friends to you now? And what importance do they have in your life?
So to be honest, I was in a lot of schools and a lot of colleges.
Okay.
And so I have these small groups from every school and colleges. And there are these, I would say, 10 to 15 people who I'm like very, very close. And it's not like okay, we speak on the phone every day or stuff like that. No one has the time. But whenever we meet, we start where we last left. So it's just pure friendship, having fun, going back to school times, going back to college days.
Reminiscing about the past.
Yeah, like oh shit, we did that, we did this. So I mean, they are very important. Like friends definitely are very important, that because sometimes what you cannot tell your mother or father, it is your friends who you can open up to with a bottle of whiskey. So yeah, friends hold a very high status in my life.
And family, if I had to ask you?
Family,
how important is
yeah,
family
of
for you?
course. Family obviously it is very important.
Do you have
So
any siblings or you don't?
I do have an elder sister,
Oh,
and
how's your relationship with her?
oh, amazing. So she lives in Dubai.
Okay.
She's married, so that's why she lives in Dubai. She has a
Okay.
baby, and other than that, it's me, my mom,
Hmm.
and my dad, and I have these two little pugs.
Oh, I had
Yeah.
a problem.
So
What are their names?
so it's Straw and Berry.
Okay.
So Straw is the guy, Berry is the girl.
How old are they?
They are 7.5.
Nice. So
So,
they
yeah.
have company.
Yeah,
each other.
exactly. They were brother and sister when we got them.
Okay.
Not anymore. So yeah, so I think house is super fun, like whenever I go, and my parents are super chill. They always let me do whatever I wanted to, and maybe that's why I got spoiled. But no, I mean they're proud of me.
And I too had a pug. I lost him in Jan 24.
Oh,
And when you see the logo of my podcast, also there would be a pug in that.
okay.
So I had decided that I would do this. When I used to come home, I used to love the attention that I used to get from him. Like I would come after a long day at work. Let's say I come back at 8 o'clock or 8:30, and pugs, they are not that lively creatures. They are lively when they are small, but as they grow up, they are the ones who sleep the most, right?
Yeah.
So he used to come to me. He would not do anything, but I would just have to tap below my feet, and he would just come and sit in the middle.
Yeah.
So that was his thing. So when I lost him, that was, I guess, that's the only loss that I have had in my life that has till date stayed with me, and I would think of it and feel really bad about it, that because he was like 3.5 or 4 years old. But yeah. So I know how important pets are in your life when you've been with them for so long. And yeah, so we had him until Jan 24, and I thought that I like to speak to people, understand more about them. So I thought, let's do this in his honor and have fun. Let's speak with people, understand what they have to say about life, about their businesses, and get to know about people. So I've done this in his honor.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What was his name?
His name was Zio.
Okay.
So my bhabhi had another dog who had passed away long back.
Okay.
Name was also Zio. So we kept the same name.
Got
we
it.
wanted it to be the same name. So we named him Zio.
Koi nahi, he's somewhere around.
Yeah, I know. He's looking up from there and smiling down, or keeping the dogs up happy. And that's what they do. They are lovely creatures. He would only give happiness to everyone who came to their house. I'm sure with your dog also, that's how they are. And always, like, so today also, if I would see a dog on the road also, I would love to just go and pet them. Because the happiness you see with them wagging their tail is just so good. Feels good inside. So you have your two pugs who welcome you whenever you're coming home, and
absolutely
keeping you busy. Or keeping themselves busy.
Keeping themselves busy because they're two, right? So they have each other's company. Sometimes one is pulling someone's leg, and they're just fighting. I mean, playing.
So you would have ever in your life gotten that question: are you a dog or a cat person? I'm sure that's a debate which everyone has.
I mean, I'm both, because
you're both.
Yeah,
okay.
I know a few people who have cats, and I've played with them, I've seen them grow, and I love how they are too. So I mean, I'm both.
Difficult to choose also.
Yeah, I mean, dogs are fun in their own way, cats are fun in their own way, mean in their own way.
The attention they want, they would take it and then
be like, bus.
But that's how they are. Yeah, it's a debate which is every time going to not have a conclusion to it.
Yeah.
So, were you a mischievous child growing up in school?
Very.
Like, कभी ऐसे मार पड़ी parents, teachers, किसी से भी?
हाँ, सबसे. Yeah, bro.
Which school did you go to?
So, first standard to sixth standard, I was in St. Joseph's.
Okay.
And back in 2006, there was this, all these international schools coming to India.
IB.
IG and IB. So, a few of my friends went to these nice schools. So मेरे को FOMO हो गया भाई ये सब जा रहे हैं.
मेरे को भी.
हाँ, So I was like, I was behind my mom's ass कि मेरे को भी जाना है. So between 6th, I moved to the school called Witty Kids.
Okay.
So 6.5 से
कहाँ
7.
पे ये school by the way?
It was in Malad.
Malad. Okay. Where do you live?
I live at Mid-Chowki.
Oh,
Vikas
you're in
Park.
Malad West.
Yeah.
In Malad East.
Oh,
nice.
where in East?
I stayed Raheja Township.
Acha.
Malad East.
Shantivan.
Just close by.
Acha.
Gitanjali.
Okay.
Oh, you know people in Shantivan.
I know Malad का.
Let me know when you're next.
Yeah. So हाँ, उसके बाद I joined Witty. फिर विटी में ऐसा हो गया कि they had ICICI बैंक से याद आता है
अभी तो धंधा ना और कुछ नहीं
ICSC only until 7 8th से you have to compulsorily turn into IG.
Okay.
तो भाई
Compulsory.
हाँ मेरे को
ठीक है.
I knew my caliber. So like IG नहीं होगा. So I went
switch schools again.
हाँ I went back to St. Joseph's.
Okay, back to St. Joseph. Okay.
And उसके बाद obviously I wanted to be there, but I also didn't want to be there. So 9th में I got this opportunity to go see a friend at his hostel.
Where?
In Pune, BK Birla.
Okay.
So I went with his dad and my parents, and I actually liked it. Like such a big football ka ye ground and cricket and so many
Mumbai
sports.
में तो नहीं मिल रहा.
हाँ, exactly. So I was like, ये तो सही है. And I was like, okay, 9th में I wanna come here. So I joined BK Birla, Pune.
Okay, Pune.
Hostel. So 9th and 10th, I did it from there. So that was my whole school journey.
कोई hostel stories बताओ यार. I have never been or lived at a hostel, but I know friends who have. They have so many stories to say.
Right.
It would be simple pranks which they play or some horror stories.
Yeah.
They have everything to say. How was your hostel life?
It was crazy. So basically, when I joined in 9th, तो तभी dormitory system नहीं था. 9th, 10th को there were room system. So there were these blocks A, B, C, D, and obviously बहुत सारे students और bathrooms कम है. So 3 boys, we used to shower together. मतलब ऐसे नंगा नहीं, obviously चड्डी पहन के. So that was the every time thing, and like it was crazy. तो
ये मैंने assume तो कर लिया था कि चड्डी पहनी है, but still thank you.
So वो सब तो करते ही थे, बाकी पढ़ाई तो कोई नहीं करता था because this I'm talking 2009. अभी तो like
2009. Okay.
हाँ, अभी तो everything is fancy and stuff like that. तभी तो full rowdy. And बहुत मस्तियाँ किया. Like I mean I cannot tell you about one because there are so many.
But you would have one story which has stayed with you. Some story from your hostel life.
Okay. So it was like we were in 10th and तभी हम लोग को हॉस्टल की शर्ट्स लाइक योर स्कूल ड्रेस तो उसमें पॉकेट्स होते थे इधर. तभी 10th की आई थिंक लास्ट एग्जाम थी एंड सो सब लोग को पॉकेट फाड़ने की आदत. हाँ,
अच्छा ट्रेडिशन है नो भाई.
तो मैं ऐसे सबके पॉकेट फाड़ रहा था और मेरे को एक सर ने देख लिया और मेरे को क्या धोया है उसने. ओह शिट, आई स्टिल रिमेंबर. बहुत मारा. अभी भी पेन होता है.
Have you ever met them? After
नहीं यार, never. Like never. Because 2-3 बार हुआ था. Like क्या बोलते हैं वो schools colleges में होता है ना when they call their alumni yeah. But I was traveling somewhere, so that's why I couldn't go. But like the last time alumni happened for our batch, उसके बाद they stopped doing alumni.
Why? What?
सबने दारू पी.
अच्छा बहुत हंगामा हुआ है कुछ.
अरे वाह. हॉस्टल
के अंदर ही. वाह नाइस.
सो
उसके बाद से बंद हो गया.
उसके बाद से हम लोग को तो कभी इनविटेशन नहीं है.
कभी नहीं है.
नॉट आवर बैच.
नेक्स्ट बैच को आया होगा
मे बी.
बट तुम्हें वापस कभी नहीं बोला.
नेवर.
लाइक दिस इज द नोटोरियस वन. वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू कॉल देम. नाइस. सो फॉर यू व्हाट्स एन आइडियल डे? व्हाट्स अ लेजी संडे फॉर यू? हाउ इज योर संडे?
For me, a lazy Sunday would be, wake up by 12 and, eat junk hardcore.
You don't seem like you eat junk.
Oh, I eat a lot of junk.
Really?
Yeah. And so, PlayStation for some time.
Oh, nice.
I love gaming. Like I was always into gaming since.
Which is the game which you're currently playing?
So right now I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima on PlayStation.
It's a really good game.
It's what a game, man! What a game.
I've seen the gameplay and I've seen how interesting it is, or how fun it is. And it was all over my YouTube, and I was looking for some new game.
Okay.
So I don't get that much time to play. So when I get time, it's the friends, all five of us. We meet, so we know that four of us have to play. So we would generally pick a Call of Duty or a FIFA. That's the standard ones which we pick. But I know these games are really good.
Story modes are good. Like pehle I was into only online. So lockdown ke time, in fact, we had these 25 to 30 people ka group. We used to play GTA 20 hours a day.
Oh, baapre, 20 hours a day.
Yeah, ek dusre ki help karte rehte the mission. It was fun. So yeah, it's gaming, and then I would really like watching a nice movie on Netflix. I don't like theaters. I don't like malls.
Oh, you don't?
No, I feel the whole concept of mall is too boring. Like,
are you the one who likes to sit at home and do things? Like for me, shopping, if you ask me, I would say Myntra over a store.
Yeah,
is something for me. So is that for you as well?
Same. I mean, okay. Even though if I want to go to Zara, like I have to go to a mall, like I'll go to Zara, I'll pick my shirt and I'll go out. So that's not the every time scene with a lot of female friend of ours.
Yeah, they would explore everything. They would take hours to finish, and then for me shopping, as I said, is not something like I would prefer doing it over phone rather than going there and doing it. Yeah. So which was the last movie that you watched?
So actually, I've been exploring Apple TV quite a lot. Okay. So there's this movie called Greyhound.
Okay.
So it is about World War II, man. It's something around ships. And World War II, mein how US had sent a lot of ships to London, and beach mein Germany's were doing masti. So it's about that war. So it was nice.
They have really good content, right?
Apple TV has amazing content. Like I think the first app I open on my TV is Apple TV. I explore that, and then maybe Netflix or stuff like that. Apple TV has great content.
Any movie which you would have watched recently which you think has stayed with you, had a good impact on you?
So I watched this movie called 7 Pounds.
Okay.
So it is about a person. Actually, it's a hardcore suspense. I wouldn't let that out.
Okay.
But it is about a person. It is about a person, who. Okay, I will, give the spoiler out. So it is about a person who tries to be nice by doing a lot of things, and by the end of the movie, you will be surprised.
Again on Apple TV?
No. So it is on Apple TV, but you will have to rent it out.
Okay.
But it's not free to watch.
What is your genre of movies which you love watching?
So science fiction, mostly space movies is what I love. And Interstellar, I must have watched it more than 45 to 50 times.
Oh,
I love space movies.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what excites me. यहाँ पे तो सब पता है यार.
So a show which has, like you just said, 7 pounds, right?
7 pounds, a movie, yeah.
A movie, okay. So it's not a show. I was thinking that's a show.
No, it's a movie.
Okay. So any TV show which you recently watched?
So I'm not into TV shows.
Okay, you don't like that.
The problem is if I start something, I will
want
finish
to end
it. Yeah. And
so you've not binge watched an entire season of a TV show?
I have. So I've watched Peaky Blinders, I've watched Game of Thrones. And I've watched The Office. I think The Office is like the best show. Which I actually...
Which is your favorite character?
So I think it would be... Tough question.
Yeah.
What was that fat guy's name?
Kevin.
Kevin
was your favorite?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, he was...
Nice. So... The Office, as I always speak with people who are Office fans, I always ask this question to them. Have you watched after Michael Scott left?
Yeah, I did.
You have.
But
do you think the show lived up to the hype it had before while he was there?
Nah. No way.
They should have ended it there, or you think that
I think they should have. Like
should have.
Baki last I think 2 seasons, right? He wasn't there.
So he was not there after 6, right?
Yeah,
So
7,
three seasons, maybe 3 or 4.
So yeah, I think it should have ended.
It's a debate you would have with every Office fan. Like,
Yeah.
was it worth to have?
Stretch it out. No,
Yeah.
I don't think so. It was.
For me, it was Michael Scott.
Yeah.
I love that guy. I know that was a show which if they would have released today, or a show which they would have released in India, it's something which is very controversial with the dialogues that he had, or with the comments that he made every time. It's a tough show to make in India, and I don't think so anyone would ever make that show in India. They had a India reboot.
I know.
Did you watch that?
No, because I heard it was
Bad.
Yeah.
So it's always the US and the UK version which are pitted together, and never the Indian version.
Exactly.
But people love the Indian version. I have spoken to a lot of friends, and they've loved the Indian version to it also.
Got it.
But I think you don't beat the US one. What's that one drink for you which is a go-to drink every time you go out to party or you're at home?
So I think I really like wine in general, and there's a very few times where I would have whiskey, but wine is like my go-to drink.
So how did it start for you? Like, was it beer to something else? Because for me, I started with beer, then I moved on to other drinks.
Right.
How was it for you?
So for me, it was breezer.
Breezer, okay.
And then it was vodka.
Okay.
And then it was nothing for some time.
Okay. Stopped completely.
Yeah, because vodka, I overdrank it.
Oh.
So I threw up and shit like that.
Okay.
I was in Goa.
Okay.
It was our 10th cup after 10th, trip.
Oh, so you stopped completely for a while?
For some time. And then again, it started beer and everything almost.
So now today, if I had to ask you would say wine.
Yeah, it's wine and whiskey.
Wine and whiskey, that's it. But did you start drinking it due to a particular reason, or was it with family, with friends? Or
I don't know, it was friends and family.
First drink was with whom?
First drink was definitely with friends.
Okay.
Then it was with family, and then it was with everyone. So in fact, we are launching a wine kit.
Oh, lovely.
Where you can make wine at home.
At home.
Yeah, and all you have to do is just pour your favorite juice, and your wine is ready. You can make like 50 liters of wine just for 2,000 rupees.
Also have to just pour the juice into it.
Yeah. And your wine is ready. You can make guava wine, you can make peach wine, you can make any sort of juice you can make wine out of that. Strawberry wine.
Oh, this experience, I'm sure everyone's going to try this. Because this is something that you were, as I was earlier saying, that cooking at home was an experience for everyone. Now making your own or brewing your own wine would be another experience for everyone to try.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's good. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that releasing. And when does that? Do you have any particular date planned?
Probably in the next 20 to 25 days maximum. In a month, I would say we should be good for a launch.
Up and running.
Yeah.
And then you would have orders coming in for wine.
Yeah. We'll probably start taking orders maybe a week later.
Okay.
Pre-orders.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
Looking forward to that. I'm sure it's going to be a roller coaster of a ride for you now that you would have a wine kit coming out.
Yeah.
People are going to die to try that and see how making wine at home works.
Yeah.
So, Shark Tank में investment मिलने के बाद आपको और भी कोई investment मिली?
Yes. So currently हम लोग एक investor से बात चालू है and around 11 crores के valuation पे we are looking to close around 2 crore rupees.
Oh, that's nice.
So should close probably should close in the next 15 days.
Oh, nice. So investment request एक हुई, and after you having aired on TV, कितनी लड़कियों की रिक्वेस्ट आई होगी on Instagram और direct messages to you?
Oh, बहुत सारी. शादियों के रिश्ते आए भाई.
रिश्ते आ गए? घर वाले तो खुश हो गए होंगे. Are you dating someone right now?
I am. Yes. So
cameras.
But for me, arranged marriage was never the thing.
You were always into love.
I would marry someone who I love than it being arranged.
Any past relationships?
प्यार तो हो ही जाता है.
Any past relationships then?
Past relationships, yeah, many.
Many.
I would say the longest I have dated was for 8 years. and then we
Okay.
broke up.
And if I may ask, what was the reason? If you can say.
Like, ठीक है, we just the love fell apart.
Okay. But that was the longest for you.
Longest, yes.
Is it during college or
Yeah, college, मिटे बाय.
did you have any relation during school time?
नहीं,
नहीं.
तभी तो boys में ही मस्ती आ जाती थी.
अच्छा. चड्डी बनाते थे.
Exactly.
So before we conclude, if I wanted to ask you, what is your vision with this brand? How do you want to take it ahead, or what are you looking at in the future for Chefling?
Okay. So basically, what we aim to do is our vision is we are getting into the Korean instant noodle territory.
Okay.
And we want to be the next Maggie in that. Because if you see, there are not a lot of players who are into the Korean instant noodle market.
Correct.
And most of it is mostly imported. So we feel that there's a great space there, and our product, like the Mark 1 product, is almost ready, which is under trials, and I think we will be launching that. With the new investment I told, that is coming. We'll be launching that at a very higher scale, and like if I tell you कि जो Maggie है, the Gen Z doesn't understand Maggie. Maybe you and me, we understand Maggie. Our parents, they understand Maggie. But for Gen Z, it is mostly about these Korean noodles.
Yeah, there are a lot
spicy,
of stalls everywhere.
Exactly. So Maggie abhi chacha ban gaya hai. And abhi Maggie ke bacche. So that's what we want to become.
Okay.
So
So that's in the pipeline, and
that is the next super goal which we want to achieve in.
So once you have your wine kits out, this would be the next thing which you would
wine
have
kit
in your portfolio.
And all of these kits are just a fancy, but this instant noodle is what we want to blast on, or what will actually make us valuable. So एक धंधा बन रहा है और एक थोड़ी मस्ती हो रही है.
Oh, that's nice. Plus with the fad of Korean food right now,
exactly,
as we were discussing earlier, of ramen and noodles in India becoming so popular. Exactly. I'm sure this would be a game changer for you as well.
Definitely.
Lovely to have you. Yes. Thanks a lot for coming. Thanks for taking out so much time from your busy schedule and coming for my podcast. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So guys, I hope you love the podcast, and for more such interesting content, please like, share and subscribe Aar Ya Paar.